Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we have another Darlington Throwback paint scheme from Kyle Busch this time. This is a throwback to Elliott Sadler. Now this is a great Darlington throwback. We actually already had this in the Authentics line. We did a review on that. We did the whole wave. So if you want to go check that out, link is in the description if you want to go, again, see that. Don't be shy. It's there for everybody's views, not just, a few people. It's there for everyone, so, don't be afraid to go check that out. But yeah, we did get the Gold Series edition, and here's the reason why. Another thing is, this diecast is, wrong in many, many ways. Kyle Busch did not make the playoffs for long. He made the playoffs, but the Darlington Throwback race was ran when he was in the playoffs. Take a good look at this diecast. You know what you don't notice? The playoff markings. There's no playoff banner. There's no playoff decal on the side. There's no round of logo on the A-post. No, nothing. So another good laugh, fat L that Lionel took was, getting yet another diecast incorrect. I'm seeing a pattern. I'm seeing quite of a pattern, since, a few years ago. Lionel has been going downhill so much recently. Now, I don't know what the problem is, but I'm telling you. Okay, so another thing is, this is good for my series, because Kyle Busch more than likely will not get into the playoffs. He might, but with the way I kind of want things to line up, I kind of want some underdogs in this this next season to, do good, so he may not make the playoffs. So if he doesn't, that means the diecast is accurate to the stop motion race, right? But that's not what people buy the diecast for. People buy the diecast for the accuracy to when it was ran, which is not incorrect, or it's not correct. It makes it incorrect because there is no playoff markings whatsoever. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I think Lionel was like, you know what? Kyle Busch did such a bad season. He doesn't deserve the playoff logos. We're just not going to put it on this one. But yeah, we're going to take a closer look at this in just a few seconds. But that is one thing that, Kyle Busch did make it into the playoffs. But Lionel was like, no you didn't. So here's the diecast out of the box. And oh goody, if the incorrect markings weren't enough on this diecast, we already have two paint chips just simply on the left side of the diecast. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So right here, got a paint chip right there, right underneath the Goodyear. So that's nice. And then over here, we got a paint chip right on this the spoiler. Fantastic. Good job, Lionel. Very, very proud of you. But yeah, this paint scheme, again, is a throwback to good old Elliott Sadler. And if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember, but I believe I saw Elliott Sadler's final win in the Xfinity Series at Kentucky. I saw Brendan Gaughan win. That was my first ever Xfinity race. Then I'm pretty sure it was Elliott Sadler, back when he was in the Xfinity days. I mean, I don't think, does he even run anymore? I don't think he races anymore. I could be wrong, but I know he was in the Cup Series for a long time. But I'm pretty sure he did retire in Xfinity Series. Wasn't that the end of 2020 or like 2019? I think it was the end of 2020. I can't remember when he retired, but I'm pretty sure he did at least. But yeah, this diecast is actually pretty awesome for a throwback. It's not bad at all. I do think Lionel or not really Lionel, but I do think Kyle Busch had a perfect paint scheme for, this specific race. Because Kyle Busch has always had decent paint schemes or good paint schemes, but when was the last time we got a really good, retro-ish throwback that wasn't, all the way back to, something that was a lot more earlier? Wasn't it, 2002, I think this was? I think we normally get diecast or Darlington throwbacks that are, way back in the day, or, 2000, 5, 7, 8, something like that. We don't really get something that's kind of in the early 2000s, like 2001, 2, 3, stuff like that. Or at least from what I can remember, we don't really get stuff like that. But those are honestly probably my most favorite days of just racing was like late 1990s and early 2000s. Now I grew up in 2002. Well, I didn't grow up in 2002. I was born in 2002 and obviously grew up since then. But I really wish I could get to see the 1990s, stuff like that. Early 2000s. I would have loved to see that. I've went back and watched races and I really wish the racing was still the same like it was way back when. But I still prefer COTs with the big old wings on the back because, simply that's just what I grew up in. That's the first car that I knew was with that huge freaking wing on the back. And I thought they just looked awesome. They raced awesome. They had that like tandem pack racing with like the 2x2. And I don't know, it was a really cool time to grow up, in that early 2000s, mid 2000s, stuff like that. But again, I really do wish I could go back all the way to back to the 1990s, and watch stuff live. That would have been amazing. But I always say I was born in the wrong generation, the wrong time, so yeah, I don't know. I do wish I could have see that stuff live, but I mean, I guess that can't happen, obviously. But we got the M&Ms right here. It's weird. I don't know why, but it's so normal, but it's so weird with Kyle Busch. Like, there is no sponsor on the hood if you think about it. There isn't. It's just M&Ms. Yeah, that's the sponsor, but it's not the logo, and it's so odd. I don't know why. But you got the M&Ms right there. You got blue, red, brown, and green. Got the Cup Series banner right there. Of course, that is in the incorrect one. It's supposed to be playoffs. Got the number 18 right there with that brown M&M surrounding it going over to the roof rails, which I do kind of like that. Kyle Busch right there on the back. Got M&Ms right there on the deck lid. And, of course, I got that paint chip right there in... Oh, there's two. There's one right there as well. That's nice. It's very small, but, you can still notice that. Let's see, we got this scared M&M guy back here. I don't know what he's all scared about. Got Murphy USA on the back. That's different. Got Toyota right there. We got him holding the blue M&M. They got the Camry, got the XSE, the taillights, and the 18 over there as well. Let's see, we got the M&Ms right here on the side. It's really hard to tell what that says. Something about chocolate candies. I think it says M&M's chocolate candies. Got Ream, got the green M&M, the red M&M, the blue M&M around the 18. Interstate Batteries, Cessna, Simons, the little cougar looking thing. Mobile One, Freightliner, Sherman-Williams, Lincoln Welders, and Mac Tools. Right here on the C post, we got Stanley. On the B post, we got, let's see, looks like Toyota, Joe Gibbs, Snickers, maybe? I don't really know. I could be wrong on that. I don't know what that one is. Skittles, Pedigree, and whatever that very bottom one is. I can't really tell. But you got Kyle Busch right there on the name rail. Then you got the orange M&M right there with the NASCAR race car, NASCAR Cup Series, and then you got a very wonky looking Goodyear logo right here. I wonder if that's like good on the other side. Oh yeah, there's that big freaking bullet hole taken out of that, I forgot. So far we got 3 paint chips. 2 are pretty, noticeable. The one's not really that bad, but still noticeable. So still, that sucks. We got 3M, K&N, Lincoln Welders, and Sunoco. And of course, you got the front end right here. Let's see how they did with the wrapping. Not bad. Oh, there's another paint chip. Of course there is. Right there above the R, and it looks like it torn into the R a little bit. So yeah, that's Lionel quality. We got 4 total paint chips with what? 1, 2, 3? Like 3 errors on the actual diecast. There, oh no, 4. Because you had the wrong windshield banner. The wrong NASCAR race car thing right there on the A post. It's supposed to be the round of. And we got the Cup Series, which is supposed to be playoffs. And then you got the black spoiler, which is supposed to be silver or a light gray, as Lionel puts it, because for whatever reason they cannot do silver. So Lionel, but what is that? What is on the tire? Is that a paint chip on the tire? What is that? That looks like just a piece of paint that chipped off. Hold on. Well, that ain't coming out, so I don't know what in the world that is, but there is something stuck in the tire right there. Wow, that's probably a freaking paint chip from the actual paint of the diecast. That would not surprise me at all. But yeah, Lionel, this is bad. This is bad. Like, not only that, I think the last time we had a playoff or chase diecast that was inaccurate, I want to say it was the 2016 Chase Elliott, what was it, the Mountain Dew, where they didn't do the yellow spoiler, but it was like black. Do you remember that? Do you remember way back when that was released? And everybody complained how the spoiler wasn't yellow like it was supposed to be. Same thing here. No playoffs logos or markings whatsoever. But honestly, I kind of like how it looks like that, if I'm being honest. Because I feel like, forever, for years, the Darlington race was not ran in the playoffs. And that's good. I'm glad they didn't do that, but then they kind of ran it this year, and it was ruined a little bit by the playoff banners. But honestly, I don't really mind it too much because, again, think if you ran this back in 2017, 2018, 2019, you would have the green playoff banners, right? And then the green markings. So that does ruin a Darlington throwback for me, even though I'm a sucker for the playoff markings. I really am. You guys know this. But if it's for a Darlington throwback, I wish it was as plain as simple or as plain as can be. There was no playoff marking. So technically, I don't mind that they actually messed up this diecast. Now, I'm sure if you're a Kyle Busch person, you're like, oh, I wish it was ran because he was in the playoffs and you had a bad season and I want it to be, stuff like that. But honestly, I feel like the non-playoff version of the throwbacks is way better. That might just be me, that might be other people, but it makes it more nostalgic because they didn't have the playoff system back in the day. They just ran for points and whoever had the most at the end won. There was no stages. There was no competition cautions. There was none of that. Now, I mean, maybe here and there, like a competition caution or some random weird caution just for some type of rule change or something. But back in the day, there was no stage racing. It was all just super fast cars going super fast in a circle, sometimes left and right, and then whoever did the best out of the season won. That was just plain and simple. There was no win and you're in. There was no playoffs format. There was no nothing. Especially like way back in the day. Well, I mean, yeah, there was like a format and stuff, but there wasn't stuff what we have now. And this goes back to what I said in the beginning of the video. I wish I grew up at a different time, but with that being said, that will be all for this Diecast review. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Upside down.